Hello, I'm Dr. Nicola Dellinger, and today is the next installment of these weekly invitations that I've been creating to just help, set an intention for the week and give you something really specific and hopefully doable to focus on. So this week I want to talk about natural rhythm and our natural time. This has come up with a couple of my patients and is something I'm constantly working on in myself, which is really allowing ourselves to slow down. Most of us, not everybody, but most of us move faster than what our natural rhythm is. And what that does is it cues our nervous system and our brain to be kind of heightened and on edge and moving quickly, and our thoughts move really quickly. We receive information really quickly. What's interesting to me is if you watch a movie from today, the modern era, and then go back 20 years to watch one of your favorite movies from 20 years ago, the movies move so much more slowly. And then if you go back to, let's say, a movie from the 30s, 40s, or 50s, they move really, really slowly. They're very long scenes and drawn out. Now the movies are paced really, really quickly. There's all these clips, and we flash from one angle to the next angle, the next angle, the next angle. Um, I am someone who speaks really quickly. This is me on 2 cups of herbal calming tea. I don't drink coffee or caffeine or anything like that, hardly ever, because you can only imagine what that would create. And so, what I find is that when we allow ourselves or remind ourselves to move in a more natural way, there's more pauses, there's more time to resource, there's more connections that we find with other people. Or I'm looking at my dog who's on the floor, and just my dog is a big eye gazer, and so at nighttime when I'm reading in bed, he'll hop up and he'll just look me in the eye, and it just allows me to pause and just connect with him. My son is very kappa. He's very earth. He moves much more slowly than I do. So he's constantly reminding me to slow down in various ways. And when I do that, I get to receive more of my experience, and that is really exciting to me. I think for a long time I have carried a belief that if I move faster, I'm going to accomplish more things, I'm going to perform at a higher level, and that's going to create more. And the reality of it is that it doesn't create anything more than stress and more work to do and more. It does create more, but not in the way that I have been wanting it to. And so for me, slowing down is not rushing, is planning on transition times from one activity to the next. I used to give myself 10 minutes to pick up my kiddo between when I finish work and get my kiddo, because that's how long it takes me to drive there. Well, that didn't incorporate the time it takes me to pack up my things, my computer, my purse, get my coat. It doesn't include the time it takes me to walk from my office to my car, wherever my car is parked for that day. It certainly doesn't include time for my dog to pee on every single bush he sees on the way from my office to the car. And so now I give myself at least 20 minutes, ideally 30 minutes, so that I have transition time, and that if someone comes up and wants to say hi, I have a couple of moments to really connect with that person, be it someone I know or someone I haven't seen in a while, or my office manager or my friend who works here with me. It just creates more opportunity when we can be in our natural rhythm. And physiologically, it's also going to help to reset that nervous system. So many people that I work with are suffering from fatigue and insomnia that stem from adrenal fatigue or adrenal dysfunction because we've been in this stressed out state for so long. So, my invitation to you this week is to play with your natural rhythm. Maybe it's when you're driving and you just pause at the stop sign for an extra breath, or you don't see what the maximum amount of miles per hour is between point A and point B that you can go, so that you potentially risk getting a ticket or cutting somebody else off. Or maybe it's letting someone go in front of you in line because that's okay. It's that rhythm that we find oftentimes when we're on vacation, whether we're camping and just kind of sitting around and spending a lot of time by the fire, or not having much of an agenda, or if we're at a beach resort, and when we just walk on the beach and read a magazine and take a nap, and we go look at shops in a city that's different in our own, and we just kind of meander without necessarily having an agenda. That's more likely going to be a cue into your natural rhythm, which will really help to inform. And I just want to see what that can create for you. And I'd love to hear from you what happens to your body, to your mind, to your heart, and then to your external world when you slow down and allow yourself to move at a more natural pace. Maybe you want to use a phone or a reminder to, cue you in when, like in the middle of a workday like this, I'm like, oh, I'm going to use my broadcast as a time to help me to remember to slow down and make space for more of what's happening for me. If you want some more guidance around slowing down, I've got two programs to offer right now. One is an online program starting on March 26th. We'll meet weekly for 5 weeks, and it's the Become Your Own Best Friend program. And we'll really dive into what gets in the way of allowing ourselves to slow down and be more in our natural rhythm, and how to connect with ourselves and our inner critic in a way that allows us to be guided by the rhythm of our bodies rather than the pressure of our mind. And then the other is an actual in-person retreat, May 20th through 23rd up in Ridgeway, Colorado. We're going to really practice slowing down and being more present and being really actively engaged in what are the signals of our body and the rhythm of our heart. And so if you're interested in either of these programs or working with me in a deeper way, check out my website, Dr. Nicola, DoctorNicola.com. And I'd love to connect with you in a deeper way, either through this forum or through one of my programs. Thanks so much for joining me today, and please do let me know how this experiment goes for you this week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.